Okay, hello and welcome again. Where I'm so far behind here, I'm trying to get caught up. This would be Wednesday's video normally, but again, that was yesterday. I don't know why I've fallen behind so bad this week. I've just not felt like doing anything. Of course, I've been without certain meds. Something crazy! Anyway. I figured for this video we would go over a part of constitutional American law, what's known as the Writ of Habeas Corpus. This is an important right, an important freedom guaranteed to American citizens. So let's take a look at that. Using Google and Wikipedia and what was this? Cornell University Legal Information Institute. Let's look over what it says here. That's Britannica.com as well. All right. Nope, wrong tab. There we go. Habeas corpus. According to Google, when you first pull it up, make sure I've got the right one. It says here. It has habeas corpus, noun, a writ requiring a person under arrest to be brought before a judge or into court, especially to secure the person's release unless lawful grounds are shown for their detention. And then it has a second definition: the legal right to apply for a habeas corpus. So that's what it has when you first pull it up under Google. If you look up habeas corpus. Now, if you click the tab, what is the meaning of the writ of habeas corpus? Because if you know Google, it's got those little separated questions or phrases that may depend on also what word you looked up. So, in this case, what is the meaning of the writ of habeas corpus? And you hit the drop-down arrow. From criminal.finelaw.com, criminal procedures, writ of habeas corpus. A writ of habeas corpus, which literally means to produce the body, is a court order demanding that a public official, such as a warden, deliver an imprisoned individual to the court and show a valid reason for that person's detention. So, in other words, when trying, I believe it's when trying to find out if you should have a certain bail, how much, what you're being charged upon. Here's from people.howstuffworks.com, habeas corpus important. The question it has on the drop down is, what is habeas corpus and why is it important? And it says, the right of habeas corpus protects a prisoner. It allows a prisoner to indicate that his or her constitutionality. It allows a prisoner to indicate that his or her constitutionally guaranteed rights to a fair treatment in a trial have been infringed upon. Clearly, habeas corpus is an important aspect to U.S. law, as well as other countries' legislative bodies. So again, we have the right to be brought before a judge, known what we are charged with, while we're being held until that court date. Let's see. According to Britannica.com/topic/habeas corpus, thank you for closing that. Go along now. I know it's slow. Habeas corpus is an ancient common law writ issued by a court or judge directing one who holds another in custody to produce the person before the court for some specified purpose. Although there have been and are many varieties of the writ, the most important is that used to correct violations of personal liberty by directing judicial inquiry into the legality of a detention. The habeas corpus remedy is recognized in the countries of the Anglo-American legal system, but is generally not found in civil law countries. Although some of the latter have adopted comparable procedures. The origins of the writ cannot be stated with certainty. Before the Magna Carta in 1215, a variety of writs performed some of the functions of habeas corpus. During the Middle Ages, habeas corpus was employed to bring cases from inferior tribunals into the king's courts. The modern history of the writ as a device for the protection of personal liberty against official authority may be said to date from the reign of Henry VII, who was ruling from 1485 to 1509, when efforts were made to employ it on behalf of persons imprisoned by the Privy Council. But the reign of Charles I in the 17th century, the writ was fully established as the appropriate process for checking the illegal imprisonment of people by inferior courts or public officials. Let's see. Many of the procedures that are made for effective assertion of these rights were provided by the Habeas Corpus Act of 1679, which authorized judges to issue the writ when courts were on vacation and provided severe penalties for any judge who refused to comply with it. Its use was expanded during the 19th century to cover those held under private authority. In 1960, legislation was enacted limiting the instances in which habeas corpus could be denied and establishing new lines of appeal. And we do know it has been suspended before. President Abraham Lincoln during the Civil War, suspended the writ by it says it right here. President Abraham Lincoln suspended the writ by executive proclamation at the outbreak of the Civil War in 1861. So, and it's suggesting other points at which it has been suspended. What else have we got? In contemporary law, a writ frequently is requested on behalf of one of the police or of one in police custody for the purpose of requiring the police to either charge the arrested person with an offense or release that person. Habeas corpus proceedings may be employed to obtain release of the accused prior to trial on the ground that the bail set is excessive. So again, it kind of comes to the point that you have to know what you are being charged for. And, they have to find there is a reason to hold you, to deny you bail. So, yeah, they have to charge you with something or let you go. And like I said, during this outbreak of the Civil War, Lincoln suspended habeas corpus because you didn't want to just give war prisoners back to the Confederacy or give sympathizers to the Confederacy to help them. So that's kind of where that comes in. Let's take another look at this. Legal Information Institute via Cornell University. It says, the overview for habeas corpus. Latin for that you have the body. In the U.S. system, federal courts can use the writ of habeas corpus to determine if a state's detention of a prisoner is valid. A writ of habeas corpus is used to bring a prisoner or other detainee, institutionalized mental patient, for example, before the court to determine if the person's imprisonment or detention is lawful. A habeas petition proceeds as a civil action against a state agent, usually a warden, who holds the defendant in custody. It can also be used to examine any extradition processes used, the amount of bail, and the jurisdiction of the court. And they cite certain cases in which decisions were kind of produced on this. Knowles versus Mirzayantz, 2009. Felker versus Turpin, 1996. And McCleskey versus Zant, 91. 1996, Congress narrowed the writ of habeas corpus through the passage of the Anti-Terrorism and Effective Death Penalty Act, which has three important aspects. First, it imposes a one-year statute of limitations on habeas petitions. Second, unless the United States Court of Appeals gave its approval, a petitioner may not file successive habeas corpus petitions. Third, habeas relief is only available when the state court's determination was contrary to or involved an unreasonable application of clearly established federal law as determined by the Supreme Court of the United States. End quote. So that that is something we need to watch, because that can infringe on a lot of Americans' rights. I believe it was Franklin who said those who would give up a little bit of freedom, those who would give up a little freedom for more safety deserve neither. Something similar to that. So yeah, we need to watch stuff like that. So, writ of habeas corpus and its functions. Like I said, this is still from Cornell University Law School. Today, habeas corpus is mainly used as a post-conviction remedy for state and federal prisoners who challenge the legality of the application of federal laws that were used in the judicial proceedings that resulted in their detention. Other uses of habeas corpus include immigration or deportation cases, and matters concerning military detentions, court proceedings before military commissions, and convictions in military court. Finally, habeas corpus is used to determine preliminary matters in criminal cases, such as an adequate basis for detention, removal to another federal district court, the denial of bail or parole, a claim of double jeopardy, the failure to provide for a speedy trial or hearing, or the legality of extradition to a foreign country. The writ of habeas corpus primarily acts as a writ of inquiry, issued to test the reasons or grounds for restraint and detention. The merit thus stands as a safeguard against imprisonment, just imprisoning as they want, of those held in violation of the law, by ordering the responsible enforcement authorities to provide valid reasons for the detention. Thus, the writ is designed to obtain immediate relief from unlawful impeachment by ordering immediate release, unless with sufficient legal reasons and grounds. Trying to see if there's anything else. Nothing else that we can immediately attach upon from Cornell University's law school site. And of course, Wikipedia has information itself regarding habeas corpus. but much of it's the same information. So, but there we go. There's a quick synopsis of the idea of habeas corpus. I just wanted to kind of go over that for you all, let you all get an idea, because it's always a good idea to know what we are guaranteed. But, as always, educate thyself, think, read, study, learn. And if someone tries to make a claim that you don't quite believe is correct, tell them to cite their sources. Again, I've had many people get angry because I require proof. I don't just believe them straight out willy-nilly. I'm done with this. Yeah, let's toss lies out and people believe it and repeat them. No, I want proof. I want you to cite your damn sources. But I will see you all in the next video. Until then, later.